Hi and welcome to another episode of Toby's Barbecue Corner. Today we're making roadkill chicken. Now what you need for it and how to do it, I'm going to show you in this episode. Right, and that's what we need for today. Now, we need one whole chicken and we're going to roadkill it. You need some garlic, a couple of onions, a couple of potatoes, some olive oil, your favorite rub. I'm using chestnuts as well, and you need one of these. It's a bone scissor. So let's go to work. Now let's get the cutting out of the way before we actually roadkill the chicken. For this particular dish, what I like to do is I like to keep the skin of the potatoes on. So obviously, yes, they're washed. And then we're just going to chop them into little chunks, just like that, and we're going to put them into one of these consist forms. Now, what I like to do as well is I like to put a little bit of olive oil over it a little later on, and then we're going to actually rest the chicken on top of it, so that all the fat and all the lovely juices from the chicken actually drip onto our potatoes, and I think that adds just a phenomenal level of flavor to it. So that's how you cut your potatoes. Now with the onion, I like to cut it into little cubes. Let's see if the skin comes off for this video how I envisioned it. Here we go. This one's fighting a bit, but hey ho, that's what happens, right? There we go. So, and then for our onion, just cut it in rough chunks. No need to go overly fine on it. Simply because obviously the potato pieces are big as well, and it has to sustain quite a bit of heat. There we go, just like that, and in with the potatoes. And then lastly, the garlic. Now I like to cut that a bit finer because simply I want it all around with the potatoes as well as the onions. But again, we're just going to chop it up in little, like little chunks, just like that. And then we're going to mix it in the end. Right, that part of the cutting is done. So we're going to take our chestnuts, spread them right over it. And let me tell you guys, I mean, obviously they're pre-cooked, so you can actually eat them already as it is. But when they release all their flavor into, the onion and the potatoes, etc., etc., that will be absolutely phenomenal. It fits really well with any kind of winter dish, or any kind of fall dish. It goes with red meat, white meat, chicken, etc. So what we then want to do is give it a good heap of olive oil, because obviously we want to roast the potatoes a little bit as well when they go on. And also when you put it in this consist form and the chicken on top, it creates a nice indirect zone, even if you have only 2 burners or 3 burners, and depending on the size of your barbecue. So that works really well. Now obviously you can do this on any kind of barbecue. You can also do it in the oven if you want to. Entirely up to you, and I think that's really the purpose of this channel as well, that anything that I cook you can do on a barbecue that is run off gas or coal, or you can just put it in the oven, whatever floats your boat. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take care of the chicken, but first and foremost let me put this razor in for the chicken. Just move that a bit out of the way, and then likewise here, so it fits in nicely. There we go. And now we're going to put that to the side and take care of the chicken. Right, so let's roadkill the chicken. So what you want to do is you always want to take that little dangly thing here off at the end of the chicken. I find it just adds kind of like a bitter taste to it. So we're going to set that to the side. And then in order to roadkill chicken, we're going to flip it and we're going to take out the spine. So all you need is, one of those sturdy scissors. You just go along the spine and you just cut it open. And this is a lovely bio chicken that my son Leo selected the other day. So good choice. So we might need a knife for that in a second. Or actually that works as well. Now what you can do is, if you want to produce a sauce, obviously I recommend that you keep all the bones that you're cutting out, but for our purpose, unfortunately it's useless, so we're not going to do that. There we go, almost done. There we go. So, have a good look inside, clean out anything you don't want that might be left inside. There we go. And then in order to properly roadkill it, obviously you have that little wishbone in the front here. So all you need to do is you basically press down on it hard, nice and flat, and now we can season it. Right, there we go. Now you can see why I love using this consist form. So with this razor, it raises it up nice and high. And now obviously, yes, I know we've already used olive oil, but I'm just going to use a little bit more olive oil on the chicken to really make sure that the rub sticks everywhere on both sides, because obviously we want a great color on the chicken. And obviously whatever in terms of fat and moisture drips down, we obviously want that in our vegetables as well. Alright, here we go. So let's remove that as well. Okay, all good. And now, because it was Leopold's idea, it's his duty today to rub the chicken. So Leo, let's go ahead, rub the chicken all over. Very good. Yeah, shake it. Yeah, good, very good. Right, doesn't that look already absolutely fantastic? Now one final piece that we're gonna do. Obviously now we have all the flavors on the outside, on the skin, and I'm sure that that's going to taste absolutely phenomenal. But as a little hint, what you can also do is you can go in between the skin and the meat with your finger and very gently loosen up that skin. And then when you've done that, what you can do is, and Leo will help me with that in a second, he's going to put some more rub in between the skin and the chicken, and that will add even more flavor to it. Now just be gentle, obviously you don't want to tear the skin, but that's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Alright, Leo, go ahead, throw it on. Super. Good stuff. So, and now we just set it back on. I'm gonna do a little bit on the front here as well. So, as you can see, there's a little bit of fat and whatnot connecting the tissue to the skin. Now you can easily tear this and therefore create much more surface where your rub can stick. And that's what we're gonna do now. Now I can already feel the rub coming from the bottom. So Leo, your turn. Go right ahead. Very good. On the other side. Great stuff. Awesome. And then you just fold it basically back over. Give it a little bit more rub here on the top skin, where we've now obviously removed quite a bit. Go ahead. Rub it in nicely, make sure everything is nicely covered. And look at the color that this is getting already from the paprika, etc. that's in it. All right, excellent. Thank you very much. And now we're gonna go outside and put it on the barbecue. The Kamado has reached the temperature we're looking for. And we're going to be smoking with one chunk because obviously it's going to be a small cook. And now we're going to put in the chicken, as I said, totally indirect until it reaches the internal temperature we're looking for, which is 80+ degrees in the thigh. Exactly 55 minutes later, we're done, and now we're gonna give it a 10-minute rest because, guys, this is piping hot, and then we're gonna cut into it. The potatoes are nice, the chestnuts are nice, so that should be great food for this evening. Right, guys, the 10 minutes are up. I really can't wait. It smells absolutely delicious. It is still piping hot, but it is mega juicy. So look at that. Isn't that absolutely amazing? So I'm gonna carve this up. We had about 83 in the thigh when I pulled it off. And just look at that. I mean, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Guys, I can't wait to dig in. Look at it. Just goes through like butter. And the nice thing is, when you do it like this, obviously the thigh as well as the breast will kind of cook at the same speed. Usually when you do like a rotisserie and whatnot, you always have the challenge that you either have to wait for your thigh or for your breast, so to speak. Yeah, but I mean, look at that. I can just literally just twist it out of it. Ow. It is boiling hot, guys. There we go. Finally found that joint. That was a bit easier. Isn't that lovely? So, carve into that breast. Obviously, that center breastbone is broken. You know, remember, I broke it earlier. So we can just peel it off basically. And if it wasn't so hot, that would be a lot easier. But yeah, definitely give it that rest period. You know, we do it always with pulled pork as well as beef, you know, but with chicken, especially in that sense, it really does make sense to get it, to rest it as well. And there we go. And juicy to no end, guys. So I'm gonna plate up. I'm gonna show you the final plate. And there you go, guys. Our roadkill chicken with potatoes, onion and chestnuts, and we're gonna dig in now. Right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video about our roadkill chicken. Now, it was super easy to make. The Kamado really gives it that heat from the top, so it's really, really nice for the skin. So it was nice and crispy and juicy on the inside, as you could tell. Yeah, and it was boiling hot, so I had some trouble, you know, getting the knife in there properly to find those joints, but hey, you know, that's what happens. If you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate a comment and a thumbs up. Please head over to that subscribe button for more great videos to come, and I hope to see you soon again at Toby's Barbecue Corner.